Hello world of the internet, my name is 6IX9INE, and given what the nature of this video is, I should say you may recognize me from Rock Reacts, where this is all inspired from. Make sure you head over to Rock Reacts and smash that subscribe button to keep up to date with what I think is some of the best damn hip hop and music and rock reactions you can find across all of YouTube. But given that we don't do full album reactions over there, I wanted to bring something across to my own channel. Because it's weird, right? I understand it's quite a controversial thing to talk about, and I understand that and a lot of people get in touch and say this, but just to focus on the music. When we started doing Rock Reacts back in March 2018, wherever it was, the first guy that, for some reason, spoke to me on some level was 6IX9INE. And I know he's a controversial figure. I know some of the things he's done are inexcusable, but purely, I didn't know this when I first heard about him, so it may have changed now. But purely from a music point of view, I was kind of blown away by it, and I don't know why. It was the first thing that I cottoned onto or latched onto, and I was like, I'm not 100% sure I'm aware of what this genre is, but I like it. And I was kind of waving my arms around at it going, I need more of this. So what I wanted to do is, because I've never actually sat down and listened to all of 6IX9INE's I think it's called Graduation Day. I've never heard the whole album. I basically know Kooda and I know Billy, and that's that. So I thought what I would do, I was like, I don't usually do setups like this, if you don't know my video. I've got a weird light here. I can't have a light here because of this green screen, but I thought, screw it, it'd be a weirdly lit video. I'm recording off a webcam, and my audio's going into this thing, so there's every chance when I get to it, I'm like, balls, it hasn't synced up, but I'm gonna do my best, and I'm just gonna sit here, go through Graduation Day, try and give you an explanation about why it was Billy and Kooda that really made an impression with me, and see what I think about 6IX9INE's other stuff that he's done, which I think is his first album, his first record. It hasn't been around that long. So I'm doing this all off my computer, which is why now you hear me clicking and see me clicking away. I'll probably cut that out, to be honest. Don't know why I'm telling you that, but I am. But yeah, let's do it. Let's smash through 6IX9INE's Graduation Day.
That's my word. Get up in their face. Talk your shit. Let your fucking chest.
Gang! Someone told me why it does that and now I've forgotten. It stands for something. Trele. Before I murder you. And you know it's good because it's making me pull a stupid face. Like, there's no point in telling otherwise. Sat here in a room by myself dancing around to music is a ridiculous thing to do. But again, because I'm a metal guy, I come from metal, this is why it's aggressive, and I mean, I don't necessarily agree with what he's singing about lyrically, but it's still, when you actually listen to it and it ties into the music, it does work. Because, you know, I'm in a band myself called MG and the Juggernaut, you go check us out, blah, blah, blah. But the thing I always struggle with as a vocalist is, from my bassist, who's an incredible producer, he was always like, you have to, what you're singing about, you have to match the music, otherwise it's not going to work. And he was 100% right. And even now I'm not great at it, but I've certainly got better. And that is something that 6IX9INE does well straight away. He's singing about going out and murdering people, which again is controversial at best. But with that music, that beat, the aggression that he's bringing, it all ties in. And I think that's why you can make a connection with it. I mean, I'm not going to go out and kill anybody, of course I'm not. But from that aggression, violent, you know, type of a vibe that it's going for, instantly I'm like, yes, I understand what you're doing. I totally get it.
You can hit my jack. I done drop my address and know it's 6IX9INE. I'll fuck your blood to his back like a Bronco. Not pussy, but that she get gushy. She want the whole game, bustin' on little pussy. I want the drip while I get my dick licked.
Idiot.
Said he won't smoke, I don't really see it though.
Before I murder you. Gunshots. Now, obviously that is ridiculous. I'm not trying to pretend otherwise. But again, if it makes me headbang is an instinctual thing. Like, I'm not doing it just because it's fun or I've got to do something on camera. It's something that grabs you. And it's something that makes you go, oh man, yeah, I'm reacting to this. And again, I've heard Billy before. I think we'll go into Gummo next. I don't know if I heard that or not. This is the thing. I mean, some I've definitely never heard. 93, which is track 5. I have no idea what that is. And Young Thug is in track 3, Rondo. I know about Young Thug now. Thanks for Rock Reacts. Again, go check out our Young Thug stuff. But yeah, that, I think, as a track 1 off of your debut album, I'm sure he did a lot of SoundCloud stuff or something before that. I just think he had something, man. And me and, you know, we were talking on Rock Reacts that maybe that's been watered down a little bit recently, but otherwise, again, I'm not saying it's the deepest stuff in the world. I'm not saying it's going to stand the test of time, but I'm saying as a man that was trying to get into hip hop, again, it grabbed me, it shook me to my core, and it made me realize I always respected hip hop. I got an open-minded guy. but it made me go, yep, I can get into this. It's got, again, you need a gateway, right? 6ix9ine was my gateway. He was the aggression that I needed to match to metal, and then I was able to segue into other stuff. Right, let's smash Gummo. Oh no, we've done this. We've done this on Rock React. See, my brain's not good with this stuff. So maybe there's definitely ones I haven't seen, like Mookie I don't think we've done. But we'll keep going. Gotti I've done as well, I've just realised. But still, I want to do the whole album reaction as well and just give you my impressions of 6ix9ine. This is more like some wrestler's entrance music or something like that. It's got that walk, 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 walk.
Pop these niggas like a willy nigga. You a silly nigga. And keep it clothes on. I only want the joke. Man, that's really all I use for the kick. I have to do it from the spot. Niggas talking about the cash for my bag worth a lot.
See, the thing is, I much prefer Billy to this. This isn't something I'd listen to in the gym or in my own time. But again, I think as an artist, as a musician, at least from my vantage point, to be able to go from Billy to Gummo, I know they're not too dissimilar, but this is a lot sort of, it's got like a darker vibe to it, it's a bit edgy, obviously it's slower, it's almost got like a creepy atmosphere to it that you can kind of feel. And I do think that's impressive to be able to jump from one track to that. I know all these tracks are short, but I think, that maybe shows a little bit of self-awareness on his end, on 6ix9ine's end as well, because if they were longer than 2.5, 3 minutes, I think they would get a bit boring, but they're not. They're like quick shots, like a punch to the face, and as soon as you're in, you're out again, you kind of want more, and you almost like, you know, you go too hard on it for too long, and then you think, well, I'm going to have to just come back to this at another point. But I do respect the fact that he's created a different vibe here. Again, it's not a vibe that necessarily sticks as well with me, but you know, there's something about it. It's eerie, and that's kind of cool. The lyrics are atrocious. I will say that. Just talk about having sex with people. He loves that bit as well, doesn't he? He's got his go-tos. It does grow on you though. Like it really, really does. It's got, I can't explain it with him. Because this is a weird ass song. And Billy's a bit more of an accessible song. Gummo is a weird song. It almost feels like you're walking around on some kind of moon or alien planet and you're looking for extraterrestrial life. Again, the stuff he's singing about is kind of like, you know, it's kind of stupid, but there's still something to it. And there really is. I think this album, maybe it becomes that this is his decent album, the rest is all numpty stuff. I don't know, but I like it. That bass there, or the kick drum there is good. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, like just weird ass shit, that one. I'm not sure 100% how I feel about it, but again, I'm just gone right into the other one there. You know what, let's just go into it. Let's just go into Rondo straight away. I think I said enough about Gummo in that one anyway. It does feel like an artist trying to find himself and trying to be experimental, but I got all the time in the world for that. I think it takes courage almost. Courage is the wrong word, but I think you've got to be experimental, especially when you're doing your first album, when you're trying to find your sign. And in the SoundCloud generation as well, where it is so accessible, and you can, much like YouTube, right? You can just throw stuff out there and let people listen to it and get instant feedback. Why not just chuck loads of stuff at the wall and see what fits? And I think this is what is so good. Like Rondo, I don't think I've ever heard. I'm 99, well, I haven't heard it. If I have, I've forgotten anyway, so it's still going to be like a reaction. So again, I imagine I'm going to get something different, and that excites me. It makes me want to see what he's going to do.
She run on me at the bins and the all up in my pants and I'm rich. All up on the couch, stays in her shit. Baby, in the face, I'm real. Things in the kitchen. Bitch, do the dance on the kitchen. Dancing off the bench. I ain't playing when I wanna be tough, nigga. I ain't playing when I wanna be dumb, nigga.
I just love his intonation. I do. I know I'm a bad person, and you can come at me in the comments and say, Miller, you're an idiot. I am an idiot, but I love his intonation. I love his delivery. I love that aggression in his voice. Even on something which is quite a nice beat, he comes on, I'm like, smash it.
Nigga, fuck, nigga, I stay with the blicky. Hit a bow, oh, you dumb, nigga. Nigga feel froggy, let him do.
Yeah.
Right in your face, nigga, do what you do. Big homie, look at me, I woke up in the room, bitch, move. Who's talking shit, I'm killing shit like
Lyric.
you. They want static, till they see me like that. Dancing off the bench. We throwing hands in the green. Throw a couple bands in the bed. So we worry about winning. Nah, 6ix9ine, bang red like Heinz. I'm a snake, nigga, 6 shots in your spine. Money call me, I'ma pick up every time. And I got
Oh man, the beat in the background is excellent. That like, I don't know what it is. That light, the dun 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 dun. That's good. There's that scum gang. That was good. I stopped it too early. Give me the scum gang. That was really good. I mean, I don't go out clubbing, it's never really been my thing, but I can hear that in a club, I can hear it in a dance place. Again, I'm sure it is like gateway hip hop. I can only talk about my experience with it, right? And it is like gateway hip hop in the sense that, yeah, I bet if you lived in hip hop for ages and he comes along, you absolutely hate his guts. Totally understand that, completely understand it. From a music point of view, again, I'm not talking about the other stuff. But that to me was good, it was accessible, it was poppy, but he brings his own spin to it. You know, I don't know who Tory Lanez is. Young Thug, I know, love Young Thug. I think he's got a great voice. But yeah, again, it's just we've got 3 tracks in. They all feel utterly different from each other. That one probably being the most accessible so far. I don't know what that did on the Billboard charts or anything like that, but I bet it must have done well. It just had a beat to it, you know. It's got that when you just like, and the stuff in the background is really well produced and really well layered. Again, for a 3rd track on a debut album, I'm not an authority on this. I probably never will be, but I know that I'm impressed with what he's got. Right, we did on to Kiki. I think I've heard Kiki too. I think we did that on Rock Reacts, but there's still loads we haven't, so let's just do it. Now, that does sound like video game music. Sounds like Nez. That's like Shadow Warriors on Nez. I don't remember it. He does sing about sucking dick and murdering a lot, and drugs, and guns. Not really my thing, but, you know. The background thing is awesome. It sounds like a NES game. It sounds like Shadow Warriors, or it's not called that in America. It's called, I don't know, it's called Shadow Warriors over here. Ninja Gaiden it was called in America before they finally changed it. It's good. It's just that 16-bit kind of a feel, 8-bit, but that 8-bit, 16-bit kind of a feel. That wins me every time, and I think hip-hop does that the best. They find the way to make that work in their beats and rap over it. I have not heard this. That's a voice. The bass drum in all hip hop is so good. I love a bass drum. This guy's, I don't know who this is. I mean, it says here it's got Fetty Wap and Boogie with the Hoodie. I don't know who's who, like, I'm never gonna know that. This guy's voice is great. This is almost like his song as opposed to 6ix9ine, but the beat is excellent. His voice over the top is just catchy. You can imagine driving along to this, be a good track for the gym, if you're doing some cardio or something like that, just walking around your house, picking yourself up. It's just really, I think, honestly, man, it's 4 for 4 for me. Billy's still the king, obviously. We'll get to Kooda in a minute, which is the fucking king of all. But I just think it's a good album. I think, especially here, I feel like he captured lightning in a bottle. And maybe it never comes back, but at least for this, just great. I love it. Again, my gateway into all of this shit. This Boogie with a Hoodie? I hope so. It's that beat. That's, again, last level, man. Getting to the boss. I can listen to that by itself. I don't even need the rapping over the top. I mean, I think I've said pretty much everything I need to say about that one. Do let me know in the comments what you think about all of this, because again, I'm coming at it from a very immature point of view. He's the guy that got me into hip hop, as I keep saying, but I think it's really important to keep re-emphasizing that, because it's like metal, right? If I don't know what the equivalent in metal would be, but Band X will call them from now. If I've been listening to hardcore metal, or I'm into some kind of subgenre and it's really got me, and then Band X comes along and they're talking to a new audience or bringing new fans in, that's great and I respect them, but it's probably not going to work for me because my ear is tuned differently. And that may be the same for you, so I'd be intrigued to hear about it. But again, for a guy that's only been listening to hip hop since March, 6ix9ine, again, I understand why people say it's shallow, but it's got a damn good beat, gets my head bopping. I know how dumb I look, but I don't care, because it's natural, it doesn't feel uncomfortable. And I think that, that kind of sums. Again, he's a young dude. Even if you don't think his work has as much to it, he's still a young dude, and be able to produce this and get the fan base that he's got and tap into all these young minds. Again, morally, different story, but musically, I think I'm impressed by him. Right, let's do. I definitely haven't heard. I hadn't heard that. I definitely heard 93. I don't know what 93 is. Scum Gang, as always. Heavy bass. don't know what that is. The bow bow. I guess it's some kind of distorted bass, but that with his voice again, with his like smash delivery, that is really good. I really like that. Again, if you were trying to get pumped up, maybe you're in Mayfair or a wrestler or whatever, I think that would really get you going. Again, great gym music. I'm sure if you listen to it over and over again, lyrically it's not all there, and you can probably pick holes in it really easy, but everything else around it is just, I don't know, man, it gets to me. It gets me that thing inside that I can't explain. The hole, the music hole. It fills my music hole. That sounds dodgy as shit. Let's keep going. Loves gun sound effects. Loves them. Bow, bow. I don't know, I get it. Oh man, it's gone to the next one. I haven't heard that either. I get the dislike, I get the hate, I get why people get pissed off, I can feel it, I can see it. But I tell you, man, taking these individual songs as I'm putting this album as well. I've always said, when I listen to music for the first time, it's different with Rock Reacts and Reaction Channel, but I like to treat it like a book. I like to read it from chapter 1 to chapter 10, or however many tracks there are. I feel like the best artists tell a story and they meticulously go through their track list and switch things around. I'm not saying that 6IX9ine's done with this, but I'm saying that listening to each one and getting a different feel, it gives me a greater understanding of what he's trying to achieve, and it makes me like him more. Because this is almost like a pick and mix. So it feels like I don't know what I'm going to get. I know I'm going to get, his intonation and his tone and his melody and his delivery, but what else am I going to get? He keeps pulling things out of nowhere, and I like that stuff. I just do. What can I say? Right, we start a little bit, we keep going. Back to video games. It's like the music that's going to happen when you get carried away to the underworld. I do like how I like gimmicks. I'm a wrestling fan, so the fact he works Scum Gang into everything, I'm alright with it. I tell you, a big reason for it is that he is heavy. He is. I don't know how you describe heaviness. I don't think it has to be metal at all. I think heaviness comes with its own edge and its own understanding. This is heavy. There's no two ways about it. The same way that Sad But True is heavy, one of my favourite Metallic songs, this has got that heaviness, that fucking headbanging that gets you, and again, gets you feeling a certain way. And maybe that's my biggest takeaway from getting into hip-hop is before, I'm sure I would have assumed it would exist, but I didn't know. And now that maybe that's why I got at him, that's why I started to understand. Then I started getting into him more the other stuff, because his flow's not the best. I've heard people with better flow, like Lamar, Travis Scott, Joyner, my man Joyner, best flow, obviously Eminem is the man. But he still has something, and I like it. Wasn't in time. Lyrics are a problem. And that's just, he just shouldn't say that. I just shouldn't. And he is saying, get that ass. But the sample, the mix. See, that's creepy, man. Again, back to that Nes SNES kind of vibe. Old school Mega Drive. I'm all right with that. We're just going to shoot into the next one because it's Kooda, right? If you haven't seen Rock Reacts again, please go check out Rock Reacts, the music channel. Sign up, me and my man John Denton smashing through the songs. This is one of the first one he played me. This is, again, one of the first tracks I heard that made me go, I can get into this. I'm just going to let it go through. Obviously, there'll be a lot of skipping because of copyright issues. But yeah, we're just going to go through it. Kooda by 6IX9INE. I wouldn't be sitting here today if it wasn't for this song. As silly as that may sound, and you may roll your eyes, and you're perfectly entitled to do that. But man, that's what it did. That's what it did. It got me. And it still gets me now. I haven't listened to it in a while, so I bet I enjoy it. I bet I haven't Billy in a while, but it just got me. That it does. Right, it's the beat. The instantly I'm in. That kind of shit. Keyboard, synthesizer, whatever. Ah, just love it. I will tell you a little secret there. I am going to pause it. You get behind the scenes stuff when you come over to Simon Miller's channel. So obviously he says, don't be moving stupid. For months I thought he said, don't be movie stupid, M-O-V-I-E stupid. And I love that term. For ages, if someone did something stupid, I was like, don't be movie stupid. Now, what does that mean? I was like, no idea, but 6ix9ine says it. No, he doesn't. What a moron. I am. Like a Muppet when you do that. So good. On the internet, boy. Too early. For a song that's only 2 minutes and 22 seconds long, I think that is somewhat genius in how to not overstay your welcome and keep people wanting more. And I do think that's a massive thing, not just in music and entertainment in general. You never want to give people too much. You know, sometimes in metal they do amazing things. They'll do a breakdown, and you want to hear the breakdown. Say it goes for 8 bars. You want it to go 16, but the band knows if they only do it for 8, it's going to make you want to go back into the song again. Well, at least I like to think they do. And I think that is an absolute testament to that in hip hop. I would always like that song. From now to the day I croak and I die and go into whatever's next. I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. It would always be the song that made me go, you know what, there's something here. I've got nothing else to say. I just love it. I think it's excellent. Let's do Bubba, which I don't know. Could also call it Booba. We won't. It's Bubba. Or maybe it is Booba. It's B-U-B-A. It is Booba. Let's do Booba. Justin Booba. That's terrifying. I gotta say that I think the lyrics are absolutely atrocious. They're not me. That's just, look, you know, again, freedom of speech, you sing whatever you want to sing about, but that's not my personality. So yeah, I find it a bit difficult to hear. And again, you can call me a wuss, a baby, whatever. You're right, you know, I am, but I don't like it. But talking about the beat, it's the atmosphere that he creates in this song. This is like a dirge. And I think it's meant to be a dirge. I don't know, boom, boom, boom. You know, it's, I don't want to keep saying the same stuff, but it is heavy. Like there is a heavy nature to it and an edge. And that, oh man, it just feels different to the rest of his stuff. Again, I'd rather be singing about other stuff. But from the beat point of view especially, I really like the stuff that he comes out with. That's kind of terrifying and scary. Like, again, it's like you fucking climbing through sludge. That's Halloween music, man, which is, you know, it's a couple of weeks away or whatever. Just gonna let it roll into, actually no, I'll pause it because of copyright stuff, but flippin' heck, man, that's terrifying. I don't know whether you're meant to be terrifying, absolutely terrifying. I don't think I know Mookie, let's hit it. Where does he come up with this stuff? This sounds like Rogue Legacy if you played that game, when you go into one of the worlds. Once again, lyrically, it's just way off base for me. Again, it's not something I'm going to comment on too much. This is the first one straight away. I was like, this kind of feels like the last one, right? This one does have, again, we're at number 9 on the album. It happens a lot with a lot of artists that, you know, it's kind of, they front load it, right? The first half is better than the second half. Happened with Metallica on Hardwired. A lot of people said that. Should have cut some songs, made it one album. It was double-sided. Yeah, this is the first one that sounds like I've already heard it. It's okay. The lyrics are a bit much for me, my ear again, just being honest. Again, I know pansy, wuss, whatever, but that's how I feel. This one's not for me. I can say, I'm not, you know, again, this is an honest, I'll be as honest as I can. So far, I think they've all been pretty good. Obviously, Kooda and Billy being the best. This feels like you know, almost like an edit or a scrap of it, or like of booba, whatever you call it. Again, given that there's 12 tracks in this album, I think you could probably just left this one off entirely. I know we've got 1 minute 18 to go, but given that he doesn't usually change things up too much, I'd be surprised if he did. Yeah, this one just feels like, it's just the one. There's usually one track. It's where you get a perfect album. Yeah, it feels a bit generic. It feels a bit like, you know, what you'd expect from a 6ix9ine track, and so far I feel like he's been surprising me. Yeah. Yeah, not really my thing. It was all right. Again, I appreciate the atmosphere that he brings, but maybe the lyrics were a bit much, and again, it sounded like stuff I've already heard. It sounded a bit like he phoned it into, which, you know, a lot of his later songs like Stupid came out, and that kind of had a similar feel. Again, it was like a parody of 6ix9ine. That almost felt like a bit of a parody. I'm sure some people love it. If you do, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, that, not for me, not for me. Right, 2 to go. Chocolate. I swear I've heard Gotti, which is the last one we'll do. Chocolate, I don't think I do know. Bring it to my face. Like Enya. Oh, I like that. Was a good note, good drop. Oh yeah. Feels like there's loads going on. Like in that background, there's the big bass, the bass drum, there's that kind of weird, there's a violin or whatever it is, some kind of, probably not, it could be a synthesizer, I don't know. But it's definitely the most crazy produced one so far. Maybe that's why they left it one before last, give you a big pow before you leave. Again, I think he's definitely got a weirdness to him, a weird edge. I don't know if that's something other people talk about, I haven't seen it, I don't really go looking for it. But he does circumvent expectations sometimes, and I think he's done it. This one especially, it's not what I expected of him. Again, it feels experimental, it just feels weird and it feels off. I'm surprised. Oh, I like that coming in. Oh, and the vocals, this kind of shit I like. Layer it, produce it. This. Like 2, 3, 4, kick in. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, this is my kind of stuff. Like, I'm well into prog metal and proggy stuff and things that feels like it has layers, even though obviously you're only hearing it through your 2 ears. And that's what this does. It projects. It goes out like that. It doesn't just come that way. It projects. Oh man, out of all the new stuff I've heard, I think this is my favourite one. Oh, this is really, well, the ending especially. I haven't heard a word he sung. Again, I'm sure that's something I wouldn't agree with. But from a production angle and a music angle, oh, this is fantastic. That sounds like your rhythmics. Sweet dreams are made of these. I'm glad he got it in, but that kind of ruined it a little bit. That was awesome. I really liked that. Again, he created something. It was different. It was off. It had my attention. It kept changing its mind. The use of the vocals, like the reverb on the vocals, made it sound all sort of a choir. Just great. Just awesome. I won't keep you much longer. We'll smash through Gotti, have a quick chat about the album, and then we'll... I know, we did this one on Rock Reacts. I'll give you a bit of insight, but again, you can go check that out now. See, I actually prefer it to when I heard it first time. The problem I know is we've still got a minute 47 to go, and I know it just copy, paste, repeat the whole time, which is my problem when I heard it first time. But again, I do like the feelings it creates. It's a nice thing to listen to. Like, it's pleasant on the ears. And given that some of his other stuff isn't, it's very aggressive in your face. I think the fact he can go the other way and create something that's a bit more melodic, a bit more melancholy, not necessarily with the vocals and the verses, but definitely from a music point of view, I think you've got to respect that. Or at least I respect that. Better second time around. Yeah, better second time around. Weird that. Probably something I'd more like to listen to the background than sort of something that's so in my face. But again, that's the first time I've listened to that album start to finish. I haven't heard 75%, maybe 80% of those tracks. If anything, it's just made me like him more. I do think he has a shelf life from a listening point of view. I think eventually I'll wear myself out, apart from Kooda and Billy and maybe Chocolate. Chocolate was great. But I think there's something there, and I understand why he's made it. Again, I don't know how long he's going to keep going, but I'm glad I found him. I'm glad I got turned on to him. Again, it was the way I got into all this other hip-hop. I wouldn't be listening to all these other guys if it wasn't for him. So in that sense, I'll always enjoy him. We'll wrap it up there. Thank you very much. First time I've ever done this whole album reaction. Again, go check out Rock Reacts. We're over there smashing it. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Leave a comment below what you think about 6ix9ine, other tracks that you like. I may do some other full album stuff here and there, so give me some suggestions for that too. But otherwise, thanks. I appreciate you coming and spending some time with me. I'll chat to you again soon.